I'm sure that all of the 2 people who watched my last video were really wondering where I was. Sorry, it's been a while. Today's topic is brought on by my exhaustion, and we're going to talk about the utter stupidity of the American school system. Now, I know that not all American schools are like this, and that as a college student, I definitely have a different perspective than, say, a high schooler, but I still believe that many of the same qualities apply to both high school and college as long as you don't go to a party school. If you go to a party school, I hate you in the most loving way possible, born from jealousy. And this won't apply to you, so you can just listen and be thankful that you don't have to live through this hell. So the main problem that I find with schools is that each teacher assumes that that particular class is the most important thing in your life, when in fact it normally isn't. And while you may prioritize one class above another, that class still does not rank in the top things in my life. And I don't think it should. I think high school and college should be a time for personal exploration and making friends and establishing relationships and figuring out what you want to do with your life instead of frantically scrambling to get all your homework done before the deadline. For example, last night I was up until 3:45 a.m. working on homework and then had to wake up at 7 for class at 8 this morning. And I would like to say that this isn't a common thing, and that when you're in college, if you work hard and you get all your stuff done in a timely manner, that this will never happen to you, but unfortunately that is not the case, especially if you're involved in extracurricular activities and have to get a student work award to afford college, which is an entirely different argument, which I will probably talk about sometime later, because I don't want this video to be ridiculously long. But, shit, where was I? Right, staying up really late. It's utterly ridiculous that the amount of work that teachers assign us. And yes, I could finish all of my reading for my discussion class, if that is all the homework that I had to do. But assigning me 90 pages of reading is difficult. And if it were a novel, okay, I read novels rather quickly, and even more difficult authors such as Dostoevsky, which I'll be reading next semester, I can get through at a relatively fast pace. However, not everyone is like this, even with novels. And when you're having us read theology, which many graduate students struggle to grasp the concepts of, and you expect us to read that large amount and be able to comprehend it on top of all of our other activities, is completely preposterous. And then the teachers complain about not paying attention in class, when I am literally fighting with every fiber of my being to not let my eyes close, because I got 3 hours of sleep for the past 5 nights running. I'm going to, drop a little hint that your body is not meant to survive over 5 days on 18 hours of sleep. It's a dumb idea, and one that far too many college students have to put up with. So, and I've talked to friends who go to universities in different countries and who go to high schools or gymnasiums or whatever you call them all around Europe and all around the world, and they don't have this problem. It's much more focused on how to use the time in class appropriately and have less homework. And where I'm not saying that homework isn't important, because especially for concepts like math and science, it's important to reinforce what you've learned. But reinforcing it for 4 hours that it takes you to get through one subject matter is not actually learning. It's called panicking, and in that state, you don't remember anything. I can read through my Great Con homework, but then in class, I have no idea what I read because I was so focused on the actual act of getting through all of the reading that I comprehended almost none of it. So, to bring this rant to a close, and I honestly could go on for a lot longer, but surprise, I have homework and don't want to be up again until 3 a.m. Colleges and high schools, the teachers need to understand that this is not our first priority, where yes, you may specifically be teaching only this class or maybe another class, and therefore can devote all of your time and energy split between just these 2 little things. we are taking in high school anywhere from 6 to 8 classes, and in my college we're only allowed to take 4 unless you overdo and get 5. But in many colleges, you're taking a ridiculous amount of credit hours a week, and you just simply do not have time or energy to put this to work. That fell apart at the end, but I think you all understand. This was basically a rant about how I really need sleep. So, for all of you out there, this is an important advice that I should probably also follow, but I probably won't. But I should, so you should too. Focus on yourself. If you're not healthy, then nothing else really matters. If it's between getting your reading done and getting like a good amount of sleep, get the good amount of sleep. Your reading can wait, and one night's reading is not going to end your life forever. It's not going to finish your grades. It's not going to make you fail high school or college or make you a horrible person. You have to focus on yourself and make sure that you're okay. And yeah, okay, that was about it. And I guess hang in there, guys, and have a good day.